Shalom. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. As you know, this is another one. The love of many shall wax cold. And starting with our apostles, they always told us, don't eat no fast food, man. And it says, woman sues after Arby's manager allegedly spit in the food and gave her herpes, man. Now, I don't know if you can get herpes from someone spitting. I don't know. I have to look that one up. But, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. You can't trust nothing anymore when it comes to food. They got the live grown meat in the stores now. And they keeping all the real food for themselves. They buying up all the farmland, taking all the water. It's crazy out here, man.
Are learning more details about some truly disgusting allegations out of Broken Bow. A woman suing after she says a manager at Arby's spit in her food and gave her oral herpes. Tonight, we're hearing from that woman's lawyer. News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here with what he had to say. Spencer?
Yeah, Kevin, that lawyer says the customer and restaurant worker were familiar with each other and that the restaurant worker knew she had herpes, but spit in that customer's food anyway because she figuratively had beef with her.
It just offends the public decency to me.
That's attorney Will Blocker, putting things mildly after he says an Arby's manager gave his client herpes by spitting in her roast beef sandwiches.
She took and offended our most basic decency of principles and trust in a restaurant system.
His newly filed lawsuit says it all played out in Broken Bow back in March. His client, Jenica Church, had just finished a long shift at work.
She swung into Arby's, was really hungry, asked for a couple sandwiches.
He says the restaurant's manager, Amanda Hendricks, served Church 2 hot roast beef sandwiches. Church ate one, then drove home and shared the other with her father-in-law and mother. Fast forward, Blocker says Church's daughter, dating Hendricks' son, walked in on him talking with Hendricks on FaceTime, where he says Hendricks proudly admitted to spitting in Church's sandwiches.
She got a recording of that. Her daughter got a recording of that, and the woman was not scared to say it outright. That's fine. You can tell your mom I spit in her sandwich.
He says Church called the franchisee's complaint line, that the woman who answered claimed she reviewed surveillance footage.
And she said, oh, yes, the food's all safe. We watched the video. There was nothing.
During all this is when Blocker says Church, who'd never shown signs or symptoms before, suddenly tested positive for herpes.
My client does have the herpes virus now, and she did not have it prior to this incident.
She reported it all to police, who got a hold of the surveillance footage, finding it actually showed something very different than the restaurant allegedly told her.
It's clearly a hot beef sandwich with hot saliva going in it. Immediately out to my client, who was starving, and ate it almost immediately. So it's almost like you could say spitting from one mouth to the other.
According to the lawsuit, when Church reached back out to the restaurant with the police findings, they offered her free sandwiches and a $5 gift card.
There must be a cultural issue with this company.
The lawsuit alleges Hendricks knew she had the oral herpes virus, even had visible lesions on her body, but intentionally and deliberately spit on Church's food anyway.
We've been told by her own words that she had herpes in a statement to someone else.
Authorities in Broken Bow arresting Hendricks on charges of poisoning food with intent to injure or kill. Meanwhile, Blocker now just hopes Church was the only customer this happened to.
I'm hoping it's just one crazy lady that had a beef.
And we reached out to the company Flynn
Look at
Group,
how fast two friends who had been enjoying the excitement of World Cup soccer at a viewing party were hit. Look at how fast the car went barreling through the intersection of Park Avenue and North 7th Street. 58-year-old Mariana Elizabeth Valverde Beltran and 61-year-old Maria Isabel de Los Angeles Salgado were thrown airborne.
the light was changing. This side right here was red, and this side was yellow. And I think I don't know if he was drunk or, anyway, he put the gas, and that's what happens.
After the driver of what looks like a red sedan slammed into the two women, he or she just kept going. First responders at a firehouse just yards away rushed over to try to help them. Beltran of Elizabeth and Ayala of Newark were rushed to University Hospital, where they were pronounced deceased.
What would you say to somebody who did this, the driver?
You have to live with this for the rest of your life. I hope the person that is found, but also that for that person, something you have to live with for the rest of your life. It's on your conscience.
People who live nearby say speeding is an ongoing issue at a couple of intersections along Park Avenue.
It's very dangerous. When I cross, I usually wait a couple of seconds. Even if it turns red, they speed right through.
Right now, two families have the gut-wrenching burden of breaking the news to relatives.
My dad is managing his emotions with trying to contact everyone in Ecuador, her sisters, her son.
Two friends who had been...
Here's another one. New York hoarder parents who let daughter die from severe lice infestation shamelessly asked for money days after their death. So this little girl died from lice bites. This little girl here, I ain't gonna read it, but it's crazy. The love of many is waxing cold. Just the parents here. You look at them teeth. She wouldn't take care of them teeth. This the house right here. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy right there. That's crazy. But that's how they living, man. People don't give a shit no more, man. People do not care. You know? All they worried about is money and all that. Like, soon that's gonna be done away with, bro. Money ain't gonna be worth nothing. You know, these people are telling you, it shows you we're at the end days, man. We're at the last times, because people really do not give a shit about nothing, man. Not even themselves.
Have raised metal strips spaced at regular intervals, intended to make it uncomfortable for people to lie down, making it nearly impossible to fall asleep and even uncomfortable to sit normally and rest. There are many similar designs. Subway stations have no seats, but they do have backrests, allowing people to lean against them for a moment while standing, but offering absolutely no opportunity to lie down. Even when benches are provided, they are fitted with partitions, making it impossible to even curl up and sleep. Some benches are made exceptionally narrow. Even if someone forces themselves to lie down, a simple roll over could cause them to fall off. Curbstones are also designed with various protrusions and metal plates, making life difficult for homeless people at every turn. This goes beyond simply preventing them from sleeping. It even makes sitting down unwelcome. What are your thoughts on this? These are benches in New York designed...
Oh, Lord. I'm so fucking pissed. Did y'all hear about the 12-year-old boy in Texas that had came home from school to an empty apartment? His mom, Erica Renee Sanders, Sanders, and her boyfriend, Kevin Dwayne Adams, Kevin, Keven. These motherfuckers done moved out the apartment and ain't said nothing to her 12-year-old son, y'all. This is so fucked up on so many levels. Like, he got home, the apartment was empty. So the little boy went next door to the neighbors. He brought the neighbors back over to his place so they could see that the apartment was empty. So the police came and they talking to the little boy, and the little boy said, yeah, my mom and her boyfriend did mention that they would be moving. He just thought that he was going with them. So they get in touch with the mom and her boyfriend. They was like, oh yeah, his uncle coming to get him. That's what the mom said. But she wouldn't give the police the uncle number. Some kind of way they got the uncle number. They got a hold of the uncle. The uncle said this was his first time even hearing about this. He had no clue what his sister, Erica, was talking about. Then they talked to the boyfriend, Kevin Adams. On the phone, this motherfucker is literally telling the police, y'all, a long list of complaints that he have about a 12-year-old little boy. He's literally giving them a reason of, yeah, this why we left. We can't be doing this, taking care and yeah, this is what he's saying on the phone to the police. The neighbor even told the police when they talked to her, yeah, they have put him out before. She didn't understand it because the boy quiet, you know, well-mannered and everything or whatever, so she didn't even understand it. Anyway, DCS talked to the mom. The mom wouldn't give them an address, but they caught up with their asses. They caught up with them. They got arrested Friday. They still was in jail as of this morning. But it's just sad or whatever, because for me, I just can't even relate to shit like this. Like,
Damien and Jessica, two parents from Flint Township, Michigan, have been charged with murder for allegedly neglecting their 7-year-old son, who prosecutors say was shockingly obese at the time of his death. Damien and Jessica O'Brien have been charged with second-degree murder, child abuse, and torture after their son Casper died weighing 255 pounds, according to the New York Post. Casper was 7 years old and 4 feet 2 inches. The CDC says a healthy weight for a child this age and height would be around 50 to 73 pounds. Cops say they responded to a call on November 4th, 2025 for a child in distress. Casper was then rushed to the hospital where he passed away from cardiomyopathy, with the contributing cause being obesity. The O'Briens, who also have a 5-year-old daughter, allegedly never enrolled Casper in school, and Genesee County Prosecutor David Layton said these children didn't exist in the eyes of the government. Both Damien and Jessica are set to appear in court on July 2nd.
Jeanette is joining us live from the scene with all we know on this case right now. So, Laura, bring us up to speed.
Lara, it's a very sad scene here on Harris Avenue this afternoon. Neighbors are left absolutely shaken knowing something like this happened in an area that's typically quiet. One resident says in the 18 years she's lived here, she's never seen anything like this. Crews have been on scene since late last night, and you can see that this is still very much an active scene. The apartment building next to me here is taped off, and you can see the building right down the road is also taped off. A neighbor says the mother lived in one of the buildings and the grandmother lived in the other. Earlier this morning, we saw hazmat crews on scene. Police got to the house around 6:30 last night. State and local police, along with the sheriff's department. I reached out to the sheriff's department. They say they have no involvement in the incident. A neighbor last night told CBS 6 she asked police for a welfare check after not hearing from the family for 2 weeks and tell us children lived in the home. We spoke with another neighbor, Amanda Gary, who is heartbroken by the incident.
Very upsetting. Very upsetting. It's just having a little guy and knowing that there's 4 little babies that are no longer with us. It's very upsetting.
The Mechanicville City School District said they're aware of the incident, saying in a statement there will be counseling.
For a stranger, a pregnant woman on a city bus ends up getting attacked and stabbed. Tonight, he told his story to Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo.
Robert Tony Hunter is the exact opposite of feeble at 74 years old, so he'll take the bruises and scars if it meant defending a pregnant woman on an MTA bus.
She got the baby carriage, so she in the way. So the guy gets on there and he says somebody got this baby carriage on here, and he pushed his way by her, and the thing hit her stomach a little bit. So I was like, show the lady some respect, she's pregnant.
It was then, during Mr. Hunter's lesson in manners on June 5th, that a second guy came from the back of the bus to gang up on him.
He said something, mind my business, this and that, and we got into it.
Mr. Hunter was already tired when he got on that bus, lugging groceries. He just wanted to get home to cook his family a nice steak dinner. He may be 74 years old, but what his attackers failed to realize is they picked a fight with a former football player, club bouncer, and correction officer. They picked a fight with the wrong 74-year-old.
I'm wrestling with him. I feel a lot of punches in my back, trying to hit me in the head. I feel, a lot of that. So when the bus stopped, they were trying to drag me off the bus. I heard one of them say, drag him off the bus, drag him off the bus.
He wrestled them off the bus at Broadway and West 92nd Street, and that's where police say the troublemakers stabbed him in the shoulder. Now under arrest, 24-year-old Jaden Marrero and 19-year-old Donzel Mitchell, charged with assault and criminal possession of a weapon. Mr. Hunter, as tough as he is, didn't even realize he had been stabbed until he saw the blood.
I was a little sore, from using muscles I haven't used in a long time. You know how you be